Sometimes I feel like life is about relationships. Whether you're an adult and you decide that you want to have a child because you want to have a relationship with the child, you want a child. So you obviously are trying to connect, or you're whoever and you want to connect. It just seems like we're here to make connections, because when we don't make connections, we become so unhappy. And those who don't seek to make connections are seen as weird. But if life is about relationships and life is about making connections, then why are we so bad at it? I think that we're too quick to judge what's going on, especially when what's going on appears to be bad and appears to align with some shit we don't like. When you are so quick to judge, you miss out on so much. You miss out on so much. So I don't want to anymore. But it is so hard to shed those ideologies that have been imprinted onto your mind. It's like every day is about readjusting just a little bit more. It sucks sometimes, but sometimes it's amazing. So it's just like, you never know if it's worth it when you're doing it. You never know, if it's going to be worth it in the end. You're hoping, obviously, you're willing to take the risk, but you don't know if the risk will pay off. And when you don't judge, you don't know. And even when you judge, you don't know. But you really feel like you don't know when you're going against what you know, just to make sure that it's what it appears to be. Life is about connections. And it's about a lot of other stuff too. But it seems like relations and connecting and relationships and whatever they bring seems to be the life in it all, or the force, or the purpose. Because without those things, we're miserable. And sometimes when we're with them, we're miserable. I don't know. I'm figuring it out too.
Get one. I want all that one.
Whatever.
Yeah, she hit it a little hard.
What were you talking about?
What?
What were you talking about in your video that you're watching yourself?
I was talking about all the shit that's going wrong with my project, and just doing
daily,
some
vlogs.
Oh, yeah?
I don't do them daily. That's my goal, to get to the point where I'm at least capturing some kind of footage every day. But right now it's probably once a week.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you vent on camera and then you watch?
No. I don't vent. I don't vent on camera. You asked what I was doing in that video, and that's perfect.
Dancing.
I appreciate y'all.
Can I cross my legs too?
You can do whatever you like with your legs. Alright, fellas. Damn. Every time I sit down in this
Excuse me. That's recording? Shoot. Excuse me. I said, excuse me.
you don't have to say excuse me.
That's what do you mean? That's manners.
So yeah, that's what I was ranting about.
compliments in here.
No, not compliments, about relationships and why. I was saying how I felt like that's what life is about. Life is about making connections. But for some
I
reason,
was saying that earlier today.
were you?
Yeah, I forgot who was I talking to. Yeah, it was us.
Yeah. But I just don't understand why we're so terrible at it. There's like no one. Like life is about making connections, because if you're not making connections, then most likely you're really sad. But those of us who are making connections aren't doing it very well.
Social media turns us into androids.
I know social media has a big
You think
impact
so?
on it. Social
Yeah.
media for sure. It definitely ruins people's social life.
Like, think about it. I'm not gonna hit you up if I see you on Snapchat every day.
People like so emotional and so sensitive nowadays because nobody like interacts with each other anymore.
it's very, very awkward.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's just the loss of connection.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really adapt. I've adapted slightly, but there's just some things like I still call people. Like I still, if I'm gonna tell them like happy birthday or something, like I still try to stay connected because that's the way I feel. Like I reach people. I can't deal with that whole subliminal messaging, texting too much. But I don't know. I don't understand. It's just awkward to me.
Well, let's talk about males relating to females and
Those are
females
female.
to males. Like, why is it so difficult for us to just communicate and just like,
Females are complicated as hell.
why does it just have to be the
Oh.
females that are complicated?
We're complicated too.
Why guys and girls? Why males
Yeah,
and
why is
females?
it so hard to?
Pride. Is it?
Hmm?
There's nothing to it. Pride. People don't try.
It's a combination of pride, ego.
People don't really try to communicate as they should.
Pride, ego, ignorance.
And then you have this rebellious nature in like the modern day people now. Like people just feel like, oh my god, like why is women supposed to do this? Like who says women supposed to do this? All this feminist movement.
Women always want to bring up that stuff too.
This feminist. Oh, if guys can do it, why can't I? Stuff
Yeah.
like, it's certain standards that we should just live by. You know.
Yeah, what is the cause of our inability to connect well?
I think it's little things it has to be little things that just keep adding up to big nothing.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is the little things we sweep under the rug.
Yeah, they just add up and then it becomes like a big deal of nothing, and then that's when.
That's why communication is very, very important.
And that's where your confusion comes in.
Why is it that there's always, like, when you look at a relationship or a friendship, there's always that time where everything was all good, like everything was great.
Sometimes it's like an interview process. Like you just act a certain way.
But some people never stop
Acting.
acting.
I mean, think about it. It's like when you get that job. The first few weeks is all good.
Yeah, some
After
people.
a while, you don't even want to wake up to go to work.
Yeah, some people
Same
that do
principle.
it longer though.
Sometimes it's commitment, sometimes it's routine, sometimes it's change. Like, people are very funny, but interesting at the same time.
Because a lot of times you can be yourself if you communicate, say, with your employer. If you're telling your employer like you don't really
But we're
like
talking about
to
relationships here.
I'm saying like, you
so-
can relate that to the relationship.
No, I definitely get the analogy. It helps to clarify the point. I just I don't want to think about my relationship with someone as, a job.
No, don't want to have
It's
a
like, once you reveal yourself, the person you're with either has a choice to accept you or to not accept you.
Right.
And if they don't accept you for who you are, for like your passions, and they don't support you,
It's not revealing yourself though. It's just becoming the person that you're becoming.
no, I agree. I think we're just describing it differently, but
Yeah, people evolve.
yeah,
They-
totally. But
yeah.
what happens when one person evolves and the other one doesn't?
This is it comes to pride because say you're evolving, right?
Yeah.
And you're going this way. it's up to either one of y'all to go with that person that way and evolve with them and then take them back.
Okay, but what if they don't though? That's my
That's the
question.
problem. That's where pride come in. You're not supposed to be in a relationship.
So let me
Some
ask you a
people-
question. Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So let's say one person is evolving, the other person is not.
That's a relationship.
You wanna know why?
I didn't finish.
Alright, go ahead.
So should the other person stop evolving
No.
in an effort
No.
to
No?
let the other person catch up or let
Nope.
things?
You wanna know what I think
Wait, hold
about
on. I'm not done.
that? I just don't wanna forget the thought. Go ahead.
So, and if you don't think that they should stop evolving, do you think it's worth risking their relationship with that person in order to continue the evolution of their self?
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's a risk.
But sometimes
It's like
you
an
have to
investment.
know. You have to know what's on the line.
Right.
Pretty much.
You know, you can't risk it all without knowing what's going to be lost.
Talk about evolving here, and everyone said that evolving is a good thing and you should do it no matter what. Now, you don't get to title and
You should have it. You should
put
have
a
it.
label on someone's evolution, right? Because you said everyone's evolution is different.
Exactly.
So you can't say hers is like a fucking wildflower because her interpretation may be much different.
This person's
Okay, so say okay, a girl's evolution. Okay, let's put it like this. Okay, so you're saying this is okay for a girl to be, in a relationship, right? And the relationship don't work out. I mean, I feel like you're gonna say this is okay, but we're just gonna ask. But yeah, so okay, a girl could be in a relationship, and just because that relationship doesn't work out, her evolution is going to find herself and growing like a wildflower by going to play jumping jacks on a bunch of dicks. Like I mean, after that, or what?
wow.
Look,
Let's-
Carol, can I say something?
Wait, hold on. He asked
Yeah, like I'm saying, like okay, evolution. What if
Okay,
is
but
that
here-
supposed to be evolution?
Let me just say something. Let me just say
Messed up by a dude, they go murking everybody else.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's true. Some
Whether-
girls
whether
cry
with that
themselves to
fake
sleep.
Convo.
No, listen.
How about guys?
Some girls cry themselves to sleep and they don't talk to another guy for months in hopes that the one guy that they're waiting for will
At the
snap
end of the-
into
at the end of
it.
the brick
Some
road.
girls, some girls, they might sleep with one dude, but you'll have a group of girls who may go wild. But guess what? Men do the same thing. So when you ask me that question, if it's okay for a girl to do that, I don't personally look at people's behavior and label it okay, not okay.
I thought we were talking about evolution.
We are
Yeah.
talking about
'Cause
evolution.
I understand what
So,
you're
where
saying.
does
Guys
behavior
do it
come
too.
in?
All right, boo-hoo. I get it. But moving on now, the evolution thing. A girl could either treat every guy like they ain't shit, or she can give the next dude another chance.
Regardless-
Meaning she evolved and learned
Re-
Find strength
from
in
her
vulnerability.
mistake.
Regardless what she decides to do, it's going to be a part of her evolution. It's
Exactly.
going to be a part of the lesson that she learns.
Yeah, I believe our experiences do evolve us, but I feel like they evolve us into what we already are. It's just we come to a sense of realization. Like people never really change. You just see a better version of them through their experiences. They have carved themselves to be that person who they want to be. So it's them, but they've really been that person the whole time. They just found it.
Like a lot of people, like that whole saying, like someone changed overnight. No one really changed overnight. It's just that we just we just turned a blind eye towards that person's evolution, and then once, like they're like blossoming, to use the whole wildflower analogy. Once they're blossoming, it's like damn, such so and so changed overnight. Then sometimes it's for the better, sometimes it's for the worse. Who are we to judge?
So is it possible to get into a relationship and not have to change?
No, it's impossible.
So it's
Change?
inevitable that when you get into a relationship, you will change.
Not necessarily. I wouldn't call it change.
You would adapt
You adapt.
Which is
That's
essentially
what
change.
though.
to each other.
But you can't say that because you're not really changing because, well,
It's not really changing. It's like it's evolving.
Because if your companion accepts you for who you are, you don't really have to change. You just have to adjust, you know, to living with each other and going through
Just start thinking of
trials.
yourself.
Because you're not used to going through these kind of things with somebody else. Usually people are going through things alone. So now you got to go do it with somebody else.
For women to keep a man, like they should always do happy endings too. You know, men after a long day of hard work, massage a nigga back and jack him off.
I thought you guys always wanted.
It could be vice versa though. Like it should always be vice versa. Whatever you're doing for him, he should be doing for you. If you're laying on your back, nah, hell no. Never lay on your back. I wouldn't say lay on your back. That's just wrong.
What do you mean?
That's wrong way of putting it.
What?
I'm just saying, you know, if you're laying on your back, he shouldn't walk over you. Like, you know, he should just be walking all over you type thing.
Are we talking metaphorically or physically?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I see that.
I just shouldn't even went there. I told you so. That's what I'm saying. Like the wildflower part, it doesn't have to happen. It's a choice. Like a chick broke my heart.
Man, it's all choices.
A chick broke my heart. I could have became a whore if I like, you know, I could have chose to become a whore or chose not to become a whore. Just chose to, you know, next chick that come along, I'm gonna treat her better than I did this chick.
Choices, man. That's what I said. It's all choices. It's really.
I feel like women are very emotional creatures.
Yeah.
But like honestly,
You don't think
like
men are emotional?
of course. But I'm saying women are very
Women
emotional
are known
creatures.
to be emotional.
On their sleeves.
Women know how to be emotional. We do it well. You guys don't do it well.
No, you guys don't do it well at all.
We
Actually.
do.
No,
What do
not
you
at all.
mean? You guys don't do it well.
No,
Are you
no. I
kidding
mean, I don't
me?
think any human does it well.
Different.
No human does it well.
Yeah.
Well, that just brings it back to why can't we get this shit? Why is it so difficult?
Because
You know why? You
That's
wanna
the
know
fun
why?
part.
Why?
Because of Eve.
Women are very like. Let me put it like this. Women are very
I
smart.
think I'm done here.
Women are very smart
I think I'm
creatures.
done here. I think I'm done here.
Who deceived the man?
I think I am done
Eve.
here. I
Eve.
think I'm done.
Yeah, that's trying to pull out. She's trying to pull out.
Women are very, very smart, but like when emotions
We're
involved,
smarter than men.
of course. But when emotions involved, you guys make the dumbest decisions in the world.
Well, it's not that we make dumb decisions.
You guys make very poor decisions.
No, it's not true.
It's very true, actually.
No, it's not.
There's no woman in their right
No,
mind like
women. No, it's not that we make dumb decisions. It's
What is
just
it?
that we take risks.
risk.
Yes.
Nah, that's not risk. That's poor decision.
Yeah.
Poor decision. Yeah.
No, that's not true.
That's poor decision making, actually.
My man beats on me.
Stop
I'm
that.
gonna
Stop
say
that.
it.
Stop that.
Exactly. No. Why you gotta stop? This is what we talking
What are
about.
you doing?
Why you gotta stop?
My man emotionally abuses me.
So these are the dumb decisions that you're
No.
talking about?
Here's one of the poor decisions.
Yeah, go ahead. I
One
want
of
to
the
hear
poor
where you're
decisions.
going with this.
Okay.
When women's emotions involved, they just be blinded to like the I guess the thing.
So
that
men aren't like that either?
No, there's men.
course
There's
men like
men with
Abusive
issues like
wives.
that.
So why aren't we talking about everybody? Why are we just putting the spotlight on the females? They make poor
Okay,
decisions.
all
You
of
ask
us.
100%.
People who are
people. Who's more emotional, man? or
people who
women?
make
They say women.
decisions based upon their emotions and based upon their feelings sometimes make dumb decisions.
Right.
And sometimes just risk things that some of us wouldn't, some others wouldn't risk.
Or
But
things
In
that
their
shouldn't be
logical
risked.
mind.
I don't agree with that kind of description as
Well-
far as things that shouldn't be risked, because the person is the only one that gets to decide
Of course.
that
Oh, so
when
you
you
don't
enter a
agree.
relationship
So you
that
believe
you
that
have
people
to
change.
change.
What do you?
So you don't. You okay? So what do you
I didn't say
think?
that.
Yeah, that's
I
what y'all said.
didn't
Y'all
say we
said
have
that.
to change.
Yes, this is what you guys said. You
Oh,
said
it's on
that.
recording. I know what I said.
You said
Yeah.
that it's like a
Adapt.
prerequisite, pretty much. Like you have to expect that to happen when you get into a relationship. But
No, you expect some adjusting.
you can stay the way that you are as long as you let me stay the way that I am.
It's not gonna
What's
work.
the point of relationship?
That's the point. What's the point of even getting a
That shit
relationship?
sound dumb as hell.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
retarded.
so
That
what do you-
was very retarded.
Yeah.
Are you guys kidding me?
Think
No.
about it.
So what do you?
What's the point of a relationship if you're doing that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Might as well
There was
be-
never a point of you getting into a relationship if you feel like you was gonna be yourself.
So what is the point of the relationship? It's so okay. So I've got it mixed up apparently. So y'all give me some clarification.
You give me some clarification. What's in your head?
Yeah. Let's turn this around because
Okay.
Yeah. You don't asking questions. I want some answers.
Okay, what do you want an answer to?
So what's the point of a relationship?
what's the point of a relationship if you feel like you can just be yourself and not change?
Yeah.
Are you guys hearing yourself? Like,
Yes, we are very hearing ourselves. We just want to hear your answer.
I see what you're at him, but I didn't say you have to
Check
change.
this out. So then, what's the overall human Homo sapien goal in life?
I think the goal is to have an experience.
To have an experience.
Right.
Okay. So based off those experiences, what do you do with those experiences afterwards?
We just use a person and be like, okay, thank
You
you.
use it to build a fire.
Wait. He just asked me about Homo
You use it to build a
sapiens.
fire.
Oh, okay,
So-
By your own tool.
No.
So let's
Yeah.
what's the next question? After
So what do you do with those experiences?
What do you do with those
Yeah.
experiences?
If the goal of a Homo sapien is the experience,
Roll it up in
then
a
what
J.
do you do with those experiences?
Roll it up in a J and smoke that shit.
you have a choice. You can continue to experience those things. You can stop experiencing those things. You have a choice.
So experiences are like a light switch. You can just turn them on and turn them off whenever you want.
Ooh.
I don't know if I would use a light switch, but I can see why you did.
So are you gonna answer it or not?
Oh, that was a question?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna.
I'll say question mark at the end of my statements.
That would help. That would help. So, do you mind repeating what you just said?
So you're saying that we can just turn like experiences are like a light switch where you can just turn them on, turn them off?
No,
Question
you're
mark?
constantly experiencing things.
Don't laugh at me.
You're constantly experiencing things. You're never gonna turn it off.
Okay, and then what do you do with those once you experience them?
What do you do with them?
Mhm.
Most things that you experience, you do absolutely nothing with them because you're not even really paying attention to the fact that you're experiencing them.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
That's what I'm trying to
What
get
do you
at.
think people do
What
with
you-
experiences? Is
Yeah,
there, is
What
there
are you
any,
trying to ask me? Because I feel like we're
no,
talking
I want to know what
about
you're trying to say.
You say that the goal of Homo sapiens is to experience, right? Through those experiences, you learn from them.
Okay.
From learning from them, you make certain decisions off of them. From certain decisions that you make, it changes you.
Well, you don't really
Therefore,
learn. Most people
we
don't.
were-
Most people don't learn from their experiences. They just process. So they say this was a bad experience or this was a good experience, and they take that memory from previous experiences and make judgments about new experiences.
That's learning,
So how is that not
That's learning.
Or
in a way.
slash,
No, it's not really learning. It's not really
Evolutionary.
learning.
And what,
It's just like-
what would you say is learning then?
yeah. What is learning?
I-
No, you didn't really learn anything. You just remember what you went through before.
Oh, so-
maybe what I'm
and
trying to say is
No,
is
you
to
remember whether or not you enjoyed that sensation.
So
And
what
if you
does it
didn't,
mean
you'll find a way to change it, right?
No, you'll try to
Or you have
avoid
the
having
choice
you'll try
to
to
change it.
avoid having that sensation again if you didn't like
And
it
if
the
you
last
do,
time.
if you succeed in avoiding it, that means you used your past experience to change the outcome of the present.
Right, but
Which then
that
means-
doesn't necessarily mean you've done a good thing. So
Okay, what do you do in school? Question mark.
what do you do in school? You do lots of things. You memorize,
Mm-hmm.
you regurgitate,
Mm-hmm.
you test.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly memorized, cause yeah, that's what school's about, freaking memorizing
But
shit.
that's exactly what we do when we have experiences. We catalog it in
Memorize
our
them,
mind.
yeah. But if you're able
then,
to,
like, what
but
do
if
you
you're
do
able
with
to
them?
make certain judgment on, a choice to make, and you base it off of a past, that means you're using it.
But
to
what I'm
either
saying
better your
is
circumstances.
most
now.
most of the time when you make decisions based upon the past, that decision, like that reference that you're making, has absolutely nothing to do with your present moment. It is what has happened to you, but it says nothing about what will happen to you. It's all, I met a stripper and she did this to me, and then when you meet another stripper, what you're gonna do is you're gonna think of the stripper you once knew and compare the two. But that stripper has nothing to do with this one.
Right.
Which is
Sure.
also
I
an
mean-
experience. You learn through vulnerability.
Right.
If I'm talking to one stripper and she did me dirty, and I see the next stripper, I have the choice, like you're saying about choices.
You have the choice.
To either continue being vulnerable and say, hey, this is not the same person I talked to XYZ back years ago. So I'm gonna treat her the same. Not try. I'm gonna treat her, give her the same upright respect or whatever I did, and hope for the best.
So did you learn anything?
Yeah, you did.
What did you learn?
You learned that not everyone's the same.
How did you learn that? You haven't even
Exactly.
you haven't even experienced this person yet. So how did you learn that?
It's an experience within an experience.
So what
Literally
did you
not-
learn? What did you learn?
It's like
We
Inception.
talked about learning. What did you learn?
Got him.
It's not funny. She didn't get me on anything.
I didn't get you on anything.
She's not that big.
Because I didn't get him on anything. What are we talking about?
I don't even know anymore. We're just bullshitting right now.
My question still stands. Why do you feel like it's not important to change? Why do you feel like you should?
yeah,
Here's the
let's go.
question. Here's the question. Why I don't.
Y'all didn't know that was a question?
I told you.
Wait,
I
what?
told you I didn't understand what the.
Yeah, Meek Mill over here.
He took you to Neverland.
Meek Mill over here.
He took you to Neverland.
Wants to drink.
So wait, why do I think it's okay not to change?
Why do you feel like you can go into a relationship without changing?
Because let me ask you a question. When you get into a friendship, do you change?
Yeah.
You start talking like them. You start acting like them sometimes.
But when those changes happen, are they like changes that are like, I love this about my friend? You know, subconsciously you love something about your friend and then you start doing the same thing that they do, or they say a word and you're both saying the same word. But to me, when I see that change in friendship, it's like an evolution.
To become the next person is evolution.
Can I finish? What you just said.
Well, I guess it's as we meet again. Well,
No, I'm saying like to
Let
be.
me finish.
Sorry.
To me, all relationships should just be friendships, because when I'm in a friendship, if I change, it's a change that I want to make, based upon the experiences that I may have had through that friendship.
Okay. We have
But
commitment issues.
I'm sorry,
You have commitment issues.
I have commitment issues.
Oh, laugh. Who you laugh now?
Yeah, what makes you say that?
Hold on a second.
Hmm?
This is the time of the this is the time of the conversation where I sign out. You may proceed.
no further questions.
What makes you say that?
Because if you say all relationships should be friendships, I mean, they're one and the same. The only difference between like
No, they're not one and the same. They're not one and the
A
same at all.
relationship?
When you are in a romantic relationship with someone, there are demands, there are expectations, there are disappointments, there
hence why
are.
I said commitment.
I see why he say that now. So you saying like
So there are demands in a friendship.
I'm sorry?
You just said that
There could be demands
all
in a
relationships
friendship.
should be like friendships. There's
No.
no
I mean,
commitment.
you'd want loyalty, you'd want all this stuff in a friendship,
Of
as you would want
course.
in a romantic relationship. They're very.
Of course, but
Yeah.
romantic relationships are possessive as opposed to.
Friendships are.
Some people make friendships
Non-romantic.
Some people make friendships possessive.
No, I agree. They definitely do, but I think
That's what's hard.
that just sparks from our possessive nature. So why I'm still waiting for why you think I have commitment
I
issues.
just answered it.
You did?
You answered. You just said like in a romantic relationship, there's expectations and you're possessive.
Oh, okay.
Whereas in a friendship, you just said you expect. If you literally just said like 2 minutes ago, like all relationships should be like friendships,
I said all relationships should be based in friendship.
based on friendships.
Based in friendship. Did I answer your question, Harold? As to why I feel like it's okay to not change?
No.
No, you just asked us a bunch of other questions.
I just think that the change has to be voluntary. or else it isn't. I'm sorry, I don't have a word to really pinpoint.
Legitimate.
So
My thought, yeah, it's
the
not
whole-
going to, it's not going to stick anyway. As a matter of fact, if I change something because you wanted me to change it and it isn't something I really wanted to change, eventually I'll resent you for it. So it's
I
like,
just- yo, I gotta get away from this person. Like this person's not committed to me.
well, really, you're not committed to them because if you leave them because they cheated on you, then you're not committed to them because the whole point is for if you've made a true commitment, even when shit doesn't go the way you want it to go, then you stick around. That's true fucking commitment. Point blank period.
That's just that's poor decision making.
See, we're definitely.
So hold on. So then, like with a friendship, there is no commitment because
There is lots of commitment. There's loyalty, and it's okay if my friend has a loyalty
That's
to me
expectations.
and this person and that person and this person. No, it's not expectation. There's absolutely no expectation. It's all
in a
love.
friendship.
Yeah, it's all love. Like I love you. I want to spend all my time with you.
So then, what makes a friendship and a relationship? What's the difference between the two?
Romantic relationship and non-romantic relationship, the possessiveness of it all. Like
What
even
are you
if even if
what
you
are
have a
possessive
friend,
about?
even if you have a friend, you know, like you said, some friendships are possessive. But even in that possession, you know that you can't legitimately tell your friend not to talk to their other friend. You know, you feel jealous because you feel like you have a strong connection with that person. But at the end of the day, you know it's ridiculous to say that they can't have another friend besides you. But when a relationship becomes romantic, then we develop these expectations that that kind of relationship is only reserved for one person, and that's it.